Okay, welcome everyone to the Bronxville Zoning Board of Appeals meeting. I am Charlie Law. I'll be your acting chairman for the evening. And joining me tonight are Janie Regan, John Brown, and Mary Ellen Carpenter. We only have 4 people tonight, so it requires a vote of 3 in order to approve the variance. I just want to make sure you're aware of that. Usually there are 5, but tonight we only have 4. So we have one application on for tonight. It is for an area variance for the homeowners, Mr. and Mrs. Andrew Peltzer at 40 Dusenberry Road. Who is going to be presenting? Oh, you're the homeowner. Great. Okay.
I'm going to do my best. This application, well, thank you in advance, everyone, for the opportunity here. This application is part of a larger project that started about a year ago. We're at the end of Dusenberry Road. We've had issues with flooding around our property, and the largest concern we had was with our garage, which was in the basement of our house. Our driveway, does this have a pointer function or no? Can you please go back to the prior? Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. So our driveway used to come around the back side of the left side of the property, and then the entire left half of the backyard was also a driveway. So we had a very substantial driveway that we've reduced now to a much smaller piece. The portion in question for this application is the small triangular piece at the front end of the driveway. I don't know if this has a pointer or not. Yeah, so this section here is the area we would like to add. Initially, when the driveway was designed, we didn't really appreciate how difficult it would be to utilize a driveway this short with this kind of narrow setup at the front. So in most of the driveways that we've looked at, where you have this sort of setup, you have plenty of room to maneuver, right? You can enter the driveway, you have room to maneuver the car into an adjacent spot. And what we found here is that, first of all, the cars that are pictured in the diagram are not realistic to cars in today's world. And when you have a car parked on the right, in the right spot, it's impossible to navigate a car on the driveway into the spot on the left without driving over the area that we're seeking to add. And further, if you have a car parked in the left spot, even if there isn't anything on the right, you're doing a 5-point turn at least to get out of the driveway without driving over the curb. So it's very difficult to use. It forces you to use first the car on the right, which isn't, my wife, I have 3 kids. She needs the big car to pick them up at school. It's created some problems. And what we've ended up doing oftentimes is parking in the street, which obviously is not the objective. When we realized all the trouble we were having with the driveway when it was completed, we started to look around at what was common in our neighborhood in terms of similarly situated homes. And so if you look at all of the homes that have a two-car garage that faces on the front of the house that faces the street, what you'll find on Dusenberry Road is that all of them have the type of driveway that we're requesting now. So it's equidistant, equal width driveway from the garage all the way to the street. And that's true of all 9 of the driveways with a similar garage setup on Dusenberry Road. So you can see here they're all consistent with that. Some even have more paved space as well. We've had nothing but support from our neighbors who understand see the difficulty we're having. We had a car get stuck in this recent snowstorm when we're trying to cut the corner on that piece. And, you know, our objective really is not to get something special. We want, you know, something functional that works with our house, allows us to use efficiently the work that we've put into the home. And as you've seen, the plan that we're trying to put forward here is entirely consistent with the rest of the neighborhood. So we're, you know, hopeful to have your support for doing this extension. But if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
How many feet actually are you moving to the left to widen the driveway?
It's from the curb cut, it's a matter of 5 or 6 feet.
It's like 6.5, something like that.
But it's a relatively small portion because you see after the curb cut, the driveway actually flares out again to the curb.
Yes.
So it's a relatively small piece, and then considering the size of the driveway that we've removed as a part of this greater project, it really, I think it's something like 20% of the former driveway.
Did you design it like that for architectural purposes and it's now not functioning the way you thought? Yeah, the little piece.
No, my understanding from speaking to my architect was that we were limited to the curb cut that existed in the prior driveway when we structured this. And so the challenge with that is they're very different driveways. We had miles of driveway to maneuver cars. I could have parked 6 cars in that back area on the left. This area was entirely driveway.
2 questions I have.
Sure.
Do you need additional permission to get the curb cut, the new curb cut, or do you have that, or is that okay?
That's my, you know,
You haven't secured that yet, but you will if you
we obtain the variance.
Got
Yes,
it.
I think
Okay.
that's correct.
Second question. Is there some sort of, it looks like maybe there will be less permeable space if you, or have you addressed that issue, or do you have to address that issue in terms of drainage and for the additional driveway?
There's a very complicated drainage plan for the property that,
I'm going to say no, only because he's
Yeah.
got probably about 20 to 30
Yeah,
culverts under
there-
his property throughout.
Okay,
yeah,
so
there's
it's not-
there's
Sun
Coltex
area.
here. Basically, everything that's now grass is Coltex. So this is a big field of Coltex. There's one set here, and there's a large, deeper set here. So I think we've done everything we can to
That was
address.
addressed with the larger project?
Yes.
Is that it? Okay.
Yes, they're part of the initial plans. We put those all in the last year.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, so it's actually more.
It's all great. Yeah, we've returned a lot of the
Gonna be
space. We've returned a lot of space to grass, yeah.
It's a big issue in Bronxville, as you
I
know.
know.
We address that just about every meeting.
Yep. And you should.
Well,
All
we
the water
addressed
ends
it
up in my
because
house.
We approved your application for that part quite a while ago. To get all that green space back, we thought was great, which is
Right.
this is
Okay,
still
great.
not that much purpose. Hard
I have
to-
no other.
That's it. Anybody? Anyone?
No, I think it's a great idea because that's a one-way street and it's hard to make that left-hand turn in
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah.
Two-way street would be a little different, but you got a fighting battle there like that.
Had you planned to landscape that part there? It's going to look better, I think, anyway, straight, but were you going to landscape in there? Was that what you were going to do? Put grass
We-
there?
Yeah, well, we ran out of time during, to seed and landscape in the
Now
winter.
you
So
can
that's, our plan is to, once
Yeah.
we figure out exactly what it looks like to
Yeah.
put in grass and landscaping throughout the front.
Any other questions, input, anything like that? Okay, then, let's propose a variance. Resolved that the Bronxville Zoning Board of Appeals grant a variance to the homeowners at 40 Dusenberry Road, Mr. and Mrs. Andrew Peltzer. Grant an area variance from 310-22-D, the request to enlarge the existing driveway from 12 feet wide to 19 and a half feet wide. Okay, I will start to my right. Mrs. Carpenter, your vote?
I approve. I think it makes sense.
I also approve. I think it's a very common sense approach.
Thank you so much.
I am in favor, and
I'm in favor. I am in favor.
so it is carried unanimously.
Fantastic.
Good
Thank
luck.
you so much.
You have 1 year to complete the work. I'm sure you'll do it before that, but just so
If
you're
I'm still
aware of
under
that.
construction in 1 year, I have bigger problems.
Well,
But
that's what I say when my credit card keeps buffering. If that doesn't go through, I get bigger problems than just you. But anyway, thank you.
Welcome.
Christina, how'd I do? Oh, right. So not yet. I haven't done well yet, right? Yes. Okay. So the next meeting is scheduled for, and do we have a meeting? Okay. The February 24th, 2026, and this meeting is adjourned.